What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Cashball, Week 8. And is it getting a little hot in here? Because I'm on a fucking hot streak. Last week, I went 3-0 in my NFL picks, once again. And for college, I went 1-1-1. And if you tally that up on the season, I am 10-10-1 on college picks and 11-10 for my NFL picks. Hallelujah, we're in the green. We're going to try to continue that momentum this week. But for right now, let's go over last week's picks. First one up, we had Cincinnati +3 versus SMU. This one had possible championship, American Conference possibilities. Since he came in and blew the doors off, SMU had some injuries. Cha-ching. Second one up was the push, Oklahoma State -3 versus Iowa State. Love betting against Iowa State, but they always come back and bite me in the ace. That one was a push. It was a battle the whole time. And the last one was a heartbreaker, Fresno State -3 versus Hawaii. Really thought they were going to come out with more firepower. Just burn the tape on that. Going to NFL. Lions +3 versus the Falcons. Cha-ching. Falcons continue to just self-implode. It must be the new uniforms. Lions came back at the end. Matt Stafford, hell of a drive. Lions +3. Cha-ching. Next one up, Steelers +1 versus the Titans. Two really good teams. Steelers maybe prove that they are the best in the NFL. Who knows? But it was a hard-fought battle. Steelers pulled out in the end. Steelers +1. Cha-ching. Last one up was another under. I didn't like to do it, but the numbers looked right. Niners and Pats under 44.5. Bunch of injuries on both sides. Cam Newton doesn't really have traction yet. The Pats dynasty is over. Time to capitalize on that. Cha-ching. Now on to the uniform watch for this week. Oh boy, do we have a smorgasbord of options for this week. First off, we got to take it down to the SEC. Florida is rolling out their 1960s throwbacks. The blues with the little circle logo with the Florida throwback F. They are honoring the teams in the 60s back in Steve Spurrier's playing days, old ball coach. These are going to be freaking awesome. Keep an eye out for Florida throwback Unis. Next one up is a very special uniform shout out. Very cool. Indiana is doing their Salute to Service Unis. It's going to be tan and gray camo Unis. American flag patch, battle stars on the sleeve. This is going to be looking badass on the field, celebrating the badasses that were on the water. The helmets will feature the names of crew members from the World War II battleship, the USS Indiana BB-58. Shout out to Indiana honoring some true heroes. Keep an eye out for that this week. And the last one, kind of a change of pace, celebrating the nightlife. Miami is coming out with their chic, crazy awesome Miami Nights 2.0 all black unis. Really like what Adidas has been doing with Miami. Like I said, they rolled them out last year. Bringing them back this year with a couple modifications. Really excited to see that. Celebrate the Miami nightlife. Now on to our strength and conditioning coach spotlight for this week. This week's spotlight is Coach Daryl Bauer. Coach Bauer is the director of strength conditioning at the University of Houston, and has been since 2019. Coach Bauer played ball at a small college in Michigan called Hillsdale. He did some interning and some strength conditioning work at Eastern Michigan and eventually got picked up at West Virginia as an intern. Stayed with Holgerson and his staff for, I think, around like 10 years. And then when Dana got the call to Houston, took our boy Daryl with him, and he's been there for about a year or two. Let's take a look at Coach Daryl Bauer.
All right, and that's part of you having great energy, being aggressive, and being what? Aggressive and what? Detail with our technique, detail with our rep integrity. All right? You guys got it?
Yeah, that hate the grind and sweat the blood and time my motivation. I work too hard too long.
I'll get 10 later. Get a drink. Go, buddies, 135. Now we're going to do the full clean. So tap into those drills we've been doing the last 2 weeks. Then drop the bar down and reset. A strong chest. Drive. Get some, dude. Get some, dude. I got pump. Shit, I got you. Come on. Here you go. That was a pretty solid from start to finish. You guys were aggressive and you were detailed. Okay, it was good. It was almost great. You're gonna know when it's great. You're gonna know when it's great.
Now on to the picks for this week. Starting with college. First one up is Purdue -7 versus Illinois. Purdue is one of those teams that's classic sleeper. You got Coach Jeff Brom, gritty, hard-nosed coach. He's a great recruiter. He has had some great recruiting classes in the last couple of years. Purdue is low-key stacked at skill positions. Really like Purdue -7 at Illinois. Illinois got embarrassed by Wisconsin last week. I like Purdue in this one. Next one up, we're going to stick with the Big Ten. Ohio State. O-H-I-O. Ohio State is going to absolutely roll Penn State. Penn State, dare I say it, are a bunch of frauds. Clifford, their QB, is a fraud, and he actually gave Ohio State some bulletin board material in an interview earlier this week. Ohio State does not need more gas in the tank for this game. It's going to be in Happy Valley, but with COVID restrictions, that advantage is going to be cut down at the legs. Ohio State is going to roll Penn State -12. Next one up. This one was just too much ched. We're going back to Boston College. Boston College +31 at Clemson. Clemson might be the best. Excuse me. Boston College. They're a hell of a team. We've made some money on them earlier this season. 31 points is a lot for anyone, especially Boston College with that O-line. Clemson might be the #1 team in the country, but 31 points is 31 points. BC, just hang on. Hang on to the bull for 8 seconds. Now NFL. A lot of the same this week. We're going to go back on the Lions, +3 versus the Colts. Colts are coming off a bye week, which isn't good. Their defense is very good, especially their run defense. I just think the Lions are rolling with some momentum. They're starting to get their skill guys involved. DeAndre Swift is coming into his own. Do they have the secret sauce, a little magic this season? And they're going to win these close games? We'll see. I'm taking the points. Lions +3 versus the Colts. Next one up. Dolphins +3.5 versus the Rams. Rams coming off a short week, traveling across the country. And dare I say it, this will be Tua's breakout game. Tua Tagovailoa finally getting the call. Fitzmagic, unfortunately, got benched. Usually he's good for about a month and a half into the season, so his carriage is turning into a pumpkin. Hate to see Fitzmagic go, but Tua will absolutely unleash this offense. 3.5 points is a lot. Home dogs, Dolphins. Tua has enough firepower to get it. Let's go Fins. Last one up. This is a very important game. I think it's the Sunday night game. I'm not sure. Bitter rivalry, one of the best rivalries in sports. I'm taking the Steelers +4 at the Ravens. The Ravens are coming off a bye, which is not good. I just think that the Steelers are rolling. We made some money on them a couple weeks ago, last week. Ravens are going to have not faced a defense like the Steelers' front seven. I think they're going to contain Lamar. Come on. It's going to be close. I'm taking Steelers with the points. So that's it for my picks for this week. Tune in next week to see my results. And don't forget to like and subscribe to help support the show. Till next week.